Homework brings with it some creative options for you. I remember when I was in an undergraduate school, I had a philosophy professor who talked to me about the best way to do homework. He said, remember SQ3R. I didn't know what he was talking about at first, but let me illustrate. Let's think about how to do homework. My professor's suggestion was if you have a chapter of, say, history to read at night, first, open the book and survey the chapter. Don't read it. Pretend it's a magazine. Start flipping the pages. Look for headings. Look for pictures. Hopefully there'll be pictures there. And if there are, take some time and just look at the pictures. Enjoy them. Try to figure out why they included those in the chapter. And keep going through the chapter, just scanning and surveying what's there. And while you're doing that, you might come up with questions. Questions like, why was that picture included? What does that heading mean there? And why aren't there more pictures? You might have other questions, but remember your questions or jot them down. Because after you survey, then you question. At this point comes the 3 R's. You read. This is where you actually go through and read it. But read with those questions in mind. Try to find in the reading answers to your questions. Now you've begun the R's. And after you finish reading the chapter, take a break. Rest your brain, rest your mind for a while. And then go back with the second R, which is restate it. Look at the headings in the chapters and restate it in your own words. Give it your own translation. And then, finally, just before school the next day, give it a quick scan again. Review it. That's the third R. SQ3R. Survey, question, read, restate it, and review it. You may discover that you're accomplishing reading in a faster way, and it actually is becoming easier for you to retain that information. You might even come up with some questions that stump your instructor. Might make them think that you're some sort of genius. What would that be like for your instructor to say, good question? But that won't work in mathematics and some science textbooks. You can't really survey mathematic problems. You have to approach it a different way. So what would it look like if you approached those types of topics in a very different way? Typically, people look at a list of problems and they start with the first one and work their way to the end. Well, just for kicks, turn it upside down. Start at the end with the last problem. Work your way back to the first. Or start in the middle and work your way out. First the next one, then the one before. What I'm suggesting to you is that you ask yourself, how can I make this creative and different? That way your homework becomes something that's entertaining to you. You might find that you actually enjoy a different way of doing it. It won't be the same routine. It'll break it up a little bit. It'll give you a chance to be creative, to ask yourself questions, and to share with your friends. Hey, I found a new way to do something that's a very old routine. It's a different way of thinking, different way of looking at it, and a different way of questioning the whole homework discipline. Hopefully this way of thinking's provided a brief breakthrough. If you'd like to pursue it further, please contact one of our coaches for a free coaching session. Until next time, keep thinking.